Man, I tell you what, it feels like it's going to snow out there. We had shorts on one day, and now we got a coveralls on the next. So I want to really appreciate it for you guys coming out tonight and seeing what we've got going on as far as leadership. Students have been working very, very hard. They've got some presentations for you that I think you're going to be really, really impressed with. I'm Terry Woosley. I'm the principal out here at South. And this is our leadership night showcasing the 7 habits of happy kids. And if you had students here, I know you've heard some of the 7 habit language at home. You've probably been implementing some of the 7 habits. And this is just a little showcase to show you some of what our students do while they're here at school. And it doesn't just stay with students. We actually have a parent lighthouse team now. And they just recently met. We've had a parent lighthouse team that met to go over the 7 habits to get some things out to parents. And you're not going to hear that from me, but I would like to introduce right now Mindy Johnson. And she is going to tell you about the 7 habits training. While she's coming, making her way up, if I could get Chris and Amber Webb, if you all are here, could just stand up. Anthony and Charlene Durbin, Ryan and Natalie Stice, Josh and Shayna McCready, Robbie and Andrea Brantley, and Adam and Mindy Johnson. These parents are the ones that participated in the Parent Lighthouse team. And Mindy's going to tell you a little bit more about this right now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mindy Johnson. I am the mom of Ashton Johnson, who's in 2nd grade, and Molly Johnson in preschool. Yes, I just looked down my notes for that to make sure I had that correct. My husband, Adam, and I, who's not married yet, but he's on his way, had the awesome opportunity to serve on the Lighthouse team over the last few weeks. And I'm the first to sign up for something and then ask questions later. And that was perfectly fine. I didn't know what I was getting into, but it all worked out in the end. So it's just a really good way for a couple of us, a group of parents, to get together and to really help understand and put into place the things that our children are learning here at South. The group only met 3 times. We met for 2 hours. Snow kind of threw our schedule off, but that was perfectly fine. So we got together, we met for a little bit of time, and we met and had interactive courses. So we were not lectured to, because I'm the first to be falling asleep if I'm lectured to. So they were interactive. We did group work, we did videos, we did like little activities together, we brainstormed. And so they kept us really engaged and helped us learn the 7 habits. Dinner was provided, and I call that a win-win, because clearly food is the way to anyone's heart. I work with college students, and so everything I do, I put food on it. And let's face it, as adults, we too like food, so that was good. Childcare was provided, so that was nice because we were able to bring our kids here as well, and had some great volunteers who helped watch our kids. They played in the gym, they played in the computer lab, they made crafts, they got to eat dinner, and if your kids have ever been here after hours, it's a whole different place, and they really get to enjoy that, so that was really cool. The takeaway piece for me was that I was being able to learn something that, not necessarily a new concept, but it was at least something that I could implement in my own home, that I was also already being taught here at the school. And so my kids were coming home and talking about these things. I can now have a dialogue and a conversation with them. They also taught us the really cool songs and hand motions. No, I will not repeat any of those for you all this evening. I don't think that I remember them. But nonetheless, it just gave us an opportunity to learn what they're learning and then to implement them into our regular routine. Because the 7 habits are not just here in the classroom, they're in our everyday lives. So it was really a neat opportunity to be able to figure those out kind of on a different level. So the next step is that we are wanting to have more of these conversations, more of these sessions, more of these opportunities to help engage and teach more of you all about the 7 habits and how you can use them in your own home, your own lives, your everyday interactions. So that's kind of what the next step is. And so there's a group of us that are going to help kind of, see that along, and we're more than happy to answer questions and talk to anybody if they have any questions about the Lighthouse team. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mindy. I need to introduce a student to you now because tonight is about the students. So you're about done with me. I've got a couple of things before we leave that I need to tell you. But this is about the students tonight. And we are getting ready for the program, and we're going to do really good, or we're really going to try to stay on time because I know several of us have some prior obligations a little bit later tonight, about 8:45. So we don't want to keep you too late. Will, if you would come forward, I'm going to turn the program over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Woosley. Tonight we want to introduce to you to the 7 Habits of Happy Children. The 7 Habits creates a common language for students, parents, and teachers. Since we have begun implementing the 7 Habits at South Edmonton, we often find students using the language among themselves and with their parents and teachers. Examples include, I need to put first things first and do my homework before I play. I should have thought win-win, or Dad, you're being reactive, not proactive. To kick off our grade level presentations, we would like to welcome our student leadership team. They will be presenting Habit 1, be proactive.